Hello everybody, welcome back to DaGaimez and welcome to another ATV review. SIG has now brought back ATV, thank God. I had a couple comments about Free Fly here with the fans, and we talked about the good things and the bad things about the Free Fly. So if you want to go check that out, look in the link in the description below. We actually get a little bit more in depth on what we thought about the Free Fly. But now, Jeff, but now is the time to watch the ATV show. And as we always do, very free form, very cool community here. Go check us out. All the links down below in the description. And let's start it up here.
Just when you thought it was safe to watch videos on the internet.
Okay, that's a little scary. Like, that's a little scary starting it out.
Around the Verse is back. I'm Sean Tracy.
Howdy ho!
Okay, can I say something? I'm sure that Sandy and Chris are exhausted after Free Fly and all that taping that they did, but I'm a little bit disappointed that Chris and Sandy are not back. I really wanted, yeah, exactly, Bear. I really wanted, that's my first thing to say right off the bat. I really love that dynamic between Chris and Sandy. They were really playing good off of each other. They need to be back. So now I'm kind of upset already. Cringe incoming, says Red.
Sorry, that's right. You are. I'm Sean Tracy.
And all
right, I'm turning it down just slightly here.
I'm Steve Bender.
That's right, you are. That's right, you are.
All right. Now
we got that out of our systems.
We got that out.
The one and only.
We love it.
That's what I'll say. The one and only.
Okay, they're being silly. They're kind of being silly, but like, I don't know if this is absolutely necessary. I understand they were off for like 2 weeks, so like like that's a little too much free form. You see what I'm saying, guys? That's a little too much free form.
All right, we're gonna get it this time. All right.
All right, we started.
I'm Sean Tracy.
And I'm Steve Bender.
And for the next 7 exciting days and 8 romantic nights, we'll be your hosts.
Oh, yes, we will, Sean. And we've got some fun stuff on deck for today's update. We'll meet a member of the Hurston family, look inside Lorville Central Business District, and take a trip to Lyria. But first, let's see what the community has been doing in-game.
The Citizens Coffee Company organization recently held an event that they called the Coffee Cup. Clever.
That was kind of funny.
Orgs affiliated with the Citizens Coffee Companies were invited to partake in the event. 2 teams of 23 players each were given 2 start points on selling and 2 hours of game time. Their objective? Mine as much as you can with 3 misc prospectors and carry the ore to Grimhex to sell for profit.
The other 20 players on each team acted as...
This is kind of neat when like players do like these events in the game. I'm all for players and like players actually like having these types of events in the game. I think it's really important. By the way, I need some pilots. If there's any Star Citizens out there that want to pilot the Hammerhead with me coming up next week, stay tuned to the Discord because we're going to be putting you in a video with me for the next Experienced Star Citizen. And there is a cool mining tutorial that I have coming out on Saturday. And it's not just like every other mining video tutorial that you've seen before. It actually has really cool details. And it is a tutorial that is better than all of the others. Just letting you know. Just letting you know.
As security, duking it out all around Grimhex. As you can see in this footage captured by Marshall Quinn, the entire area became a battlefield. Pretty wild.
Wow, yeah.
Now on to development. Let's head to Lyria, one of the moons of the upcoming planet Arctic.
Development, the magic word.
Art is working on various ecosystems along with the global palette.
Environment Art is also working on the Lorville Central Business District, a whole new explorable part of the city that includes the massive Hurston Dynamics building that looms over everything.
Here are Jussi Catelli, Boy Siekaman, and Stefan Damrau to shed more light on what goes into bringing this new area to life.
Right now, we are working on the Central Business District, the CBD for short. We all refer to it as the CBD, which is the Hurston family's headquarters in Lorville on Hurston. It's a big expansion in terms of being a very different kind of place. So for us right now, it's kind of been what's the CBD
I got a little excited.
From the outside, but
and my no-no spot.
It's a completely different beast, and it's a chance for us to do something which we've never done before with Star Citizen, which is culture. Everything is different. The materials are different. The architecture is different. The lighting, the feeling.
I love Lorville.
It's not somewhere you go that's been
See, Lorville's becoming my home. Like, I am playing more and more, and I'm really being accustomed to Lorville right now. Now, sometimes it can be very laggy, you know, sometimes there's issues, but I'm really loving the feel of Lorville. Like, I just can't tell you or explain to you. I don't like the 90,000 of kilometers above my head that I have to get out into space, especially with like a larger ship, because it takes some time, but that's the realism of the game, and I don't mind it. Okay. And I think that people really need to kind of take the time to factor in the fact that these things should take some time, because realism. Jeff says, I think that at minimum, there should be one place in the SC universe where the players control the economy. I agree. Perhaps Outlaw Space should be more player driven and sectioned. That's something that we talk about, actually, Jeff. It's really interesting to me. Also, I don't know if you guys checked it on the channel, but on the YouTubes, I show you the new screen ahead of this, and we talk about the economy quite a bit.
Built by builders are just, you know, cobbling things together, like just paneling there, functional, everything is just supposed to work. The CBD is about the Hurston family showing off. We're building essentially like a family heirloom, like the building itself is something that belongs to the family.
Right. This is the family.
Kind of communicate these things to you, like.
So the lore behind Lorville, I see what I did there. Sorry. There was this woman named Magda Hurston who kind of was the mama Hurston. And through the generations, they became this kind of very mega corporate, like Hurston Dynamics is the name of the corporation. Those that own Hurston, essentially. Why Hurston is so polluted. So what they're talking about is the design of the actual corporate center, that big structure in Lorville in the middle, and making that the industry district, which they're going to be opening up. And you bet your sweet little bippy, I'm going to be putting some videos out on that. Red says, I actually agree on that. Outlaw systems, for example, more player controlled. Yes, yes, yes. But in the video that I talk about where we see these, we see the algorithm directly on the control panels, which is interesting. And if we have interaction directly with the algorithm, I'm almost kind of like, hey, they're compromising and letting us get involved with valuation. So I have a really interesting talk on the channel. Go check that out when you can. What kind of people the after this
family is. Our tools here are really contrast, where we sort of want to pull you in from the outside of the gritty.
Oh, Jeff.
The gritty world
yes.
of Lorville, of L19.
I've imagined.
And the city in general, and then pull you in and show you something extremely different. And for us, it's a lot of like, instead of having these blocky kind of sort of Lego block shapes, which we
What's up, Daddy? How you doing, Cash? Good to see you, bro.
It's kind of built in this very modular way.
Good to see you on stream, man.
When I work with more with things that flow into
one of my favorite commenters,
things that communicate weight, which communicates elegance. Like does it need to be gold everywhere? No, but the Hurston family would do that. They're that kind of family. And in general, it's about sort of capturing a feeling of putting you in someone's home rather than someone's kind of backyard. And from the train station, then you go up and we put you into the main hall. We have this very, very nice
look at that.
Meant to sort of make you feel like to put you in a very small space, like to make it a bit claustrophobic, and then send you into the main hall, which is where you find.
Oh, okay, wait. This is great. The gigantic statue of I don't know exactly who that's going to be, but it's of the Hurston family. That gigantic statue paying homage to the megacorp that literally is polluting Hurston right now is just fantastic. The feels, man, the feels. Papa Hurston or Mama Hurston. I don't know. I can't tell by the modeling right there. Magda Hurston was apparently a ruthless bitch. And she's kind of the reason. Like if you go to one of the moons is named Magda, there's some interesting information. Go check that out next time you're in game. Yeah, the lore is very cool, Cash.
And a lot of the weapons from Hurston Dynamics on display in cases, little plinths of obsidian around the room, as well as to the right you have the HE showcase, where you can actually buy all the Hurston weapons. Go and have a browse. It's a very nice design showroom.
When is this opening up? Are they going to tell me? I'm so excited to put this on the channel already. Like I just want to put it on the channel right now.
Well.
When is this coming out? When is this coming out?
So currently I'm working on the CBD transfers. This room
itching,
itself is kind of like a boot pit.
So you have a lot of overhang in the architecture. It makes you feel kind of small and daunting, I guess, a good one. To walk there and see all.
There it is. There it is. There's the screens. We had this video out last 2 days ago. I was showing this screen from the. I thought it was leaked on Reddit, but apparently it was in our letter that I need to fact check a little bit better. But it was apparently in the SIG correspondence directly to us. And this is what we talk about on that prior video.
CBD structure hanging over you. The room is kind of split up into 2 areas where you have this main trading pit, where the player will walk on the first floor. And then you have the bottom floor, where you can see the AI battle it out. Like kind of same as in Wall Street.
It looks really like look at that. I'm totally digging this. This is where I need to go check this out. I'm going to spend a lot of time in here. And I'm going to help people trade. Like if we get directly involved in commodities, I'm looking for any kind of keyword that's telling us that we're going to be tuned into this directly as a player. Let's listen.
Trading area that currently exists. And then you have the room in the back, which is the room of Mr. Constantine Hurston. So Constantine Hurston is a lower member of the family who wants to earn a spot higher in the family. So he's working day and night to earn that spot. And he's going to be the mission giver as well, where you will get your missions from.
That's pretty awesome.
With this update.
I'm working on the HT showcase, which is, in addition to the transfers, which Boy is doing, is the other shop in the CBD. The main point of this room is kind of, you can imagine it as an equivalent of a space version of a car dealership, which has the Hurston weapons on display.
Oh man!
And they show them off, and you can walk up to them and buy them.
They look, wow! They look like divining rods of some sort.
To get
Interesting.
Into the result we have now. What also was challenging was just with this new art style we're trying out to get the balance right between details and big shapes. So usually with the stuff we've done earlier, it's been more about the detail on the architecture.
Chef's already saying
itself.
I'll buy
While with this one, it's having these 3 big shapes work together and more about the whole read of the environment and not so much about tiny bolts somewhere.
Oh, ArcCorp's going to be ridiculous. Let me just say, for you guys that don't know what's going on, like Crom's saying, ArcCorp is going to be crazy. I don't know if you guys have even seen that episode. We talk about it, I think, on the last ATV review. If you guys are wondering what ArcCorp looks like, we talk about it. We see it on the last ATV review.
So for the showcase, one of the challenges
Arcade,
was,
welcome to the stream, bro. Welcome to the ATV review, man. It's good seeing you. Miss you, dude.
One big block where the art style will go in, so it's kind of all merging together.
This is sexy.
As if it would be made of one piece. And the challenging part was to bring all the different shapes together without them having
it's the lighting, man. Even the lighting, like even the it's the lighting, the shine. I mean, like the way that the detail, like even in the game when I zoom up on the character's face, the amount of detail is ridiculous.
For example, there's a lot of different angles running into each other, and kind of just getting that to work without the player feeling weird while walking in the room was a bit of a challenge. What's been really cool about the CBD is just generally this sort of different art style we're doing now. So before we had usually this kind of more grungy, dirty places, and CBD is kind of the other side, the other extreme. It's a really kind of fancy, nice materials, big shapes, and not so much high frequency details, but more the shapes and the materials speaking. So it's been a nice change.
Good info, Cash. Good info, dude. Looking at the roadmap on that.
The props team is contributing to the Central Business District as well, with some of the bureaucratic set pieces we see here.
Jesus.
The new area will include...
See, this is my style. Like the entrepreneur kind of style. This is my style. This is like how I want to roll for Plexus. Like if we're able to customize certain things, and I've said this a lot of times in the past, to have some type of business operations for your organization where you can have some type of a headquarters other than what is planned for like the Pioneer and the Outposts. Maybe if they could make the Outposts have like particular modules that would be more customized for organizations, or they had an area that you could actually like buy or acquire, or you know, some way to have an area that could be like similar to this for an organization, really important because it gives you guys that kind of like unique feeling. And again, we're in the design phase, so it's really important to talk about this type of stuff, to voice up about this type of stuff. Otherwise, you know, they're never going to know that is what we want. But like, I think a lot of us would like our own organization to have like a headquarters like this would be really very custom and unique, and keep people coming back to the game because you had something personally like this, not just like in Hurston, but like, for instance, like the Plexus Syndicate is my organization, to have some type of like area that you could come back to, and that people in the organization along with me can have meetings in and talk about plans, and those types of things would be fantastic. But like, just looking at this, it's really, it's like the screens with the desk, and are you kidding me? This is my jam. This is my jam.
Like Constantine Hurston. Here's senior character artist Claudio Clemente with more on this new character.
So Constantine Hurston is one of those characters that here in Foundry 42 we have created entirely from scratch. He is a character that has to act like he's always overwhelmed by work, and he's trying his best to make a career in his own department. That is where we try to give that feeling while you are sculpting the model and actually finishing the touch with texturing and materials. When we start with this kind of characters, we have to start from a proper 3D scan that gives us the perfect volumes based on the photo shooting of the actor. We try to keep the resemblance with the actor as constant and as high detail as possible, but unfortunately the 3D scan has a limit about the details that it can reach. So what you can see is that even after that we have made the 3D scan, the detail is washed out. And what we try to achieve is implementing all those details that we are not able to achieve with the 3D scan.
Did you guys see that?
This starts to become a really
They literally, like, through one shot, did like a 3D model of his entire face and loaded it into the game.
We want this kind of relief detail to overlap the color textures. But as you can see, the quality becomes really sharp and really detailed. Once we have done this, we have to
we have to lay on the skin.
What we have is the scanning details of color that comes out from the photo shooting, which is still imperfect because it contains a lot of information and a lot of noise that is due to lighting environment and the bruising and scratches on the textures. What we try to arrive is something like this, flattened down result with sharp details and a perfect amount of balancing between the details of the textures and all those irregularities that we try to remove in order to make the character to look like more natural.
This is great. This is like my favorite part of the fucking ATV show right now.
We have our setup.
This is what we do to his face.
With the help of the shader that
I love it. I love this dude.
We can actually verify that everything is working accordingly, even the translucency in the ears and the greasiness of the skin. Once everything is done, this is moving to other departments that are actually involved, that are actually implemented the animation, the bespoke one that has been created for this character. We will apply the hairstyle that is being created specifically for him, a costume, and he is going
they need to start a small series with this guy where he talks about designing everything, like so we take his face and we take his nose, we enlarge his nose, and then we put a little stubble on his chin. We extend the stubble up to the ears. We kind of put a little gray hue on it. After we're done with that, we stretch the hell out of it. Just stretch. Like I think I could watch him talk about design techniques. I don't know what it is.
Set inside the game. And that's it for what concerns this character.
Thanks, Claudio.
Well, it looks like we made it through another one, John.
Give Claudio a raise.
Skin of our teeth, barely. So tune in to a new episode of Reverse the Verse live tomorrow on Twitch, where John Crew will be answering many ship-related questions that weren't answered in the anniversary roundtables. So thanks as always to our subscribers who sponsor all our shows. So until next time, we'll see you around the verse.
He's talking like Claudio. Oh, wow, guys. Oh, wow. That was a fun show. I hope you guys had a lot of fun here watching Around the Verse with the guys.